Hello, and welcome to this demonstration of the SSCT terminology binding study application. So first, everyone participating in the study should have received a link in an email, and if you have not, please contact me and I will send you a link. You take that link and paste that into the address bar in your browser. This application has been tested with Google Chrome and Firefox at least. So what you see here in this application, first you have a menu bar on top, and then you have a number of cases for which you should do terminology binding. There are from left to right, it's the possibility of selecting different terminology sets, loosely corresponding to the two scenarios, SNOMED CT only and alternative. You switch scenario by clicking this switch or by clicking the terminology set name. SNOMED CT only terminology set consists of SNOMED codes, of course, and the alternative set consists of codes from ICD-10, LOINC, ATC, and MESH. Here you have a drop-down list with links to terminology browsers for SNOMED and for the alternative terminologies. And here there is a help button which shows a help page where you could read about how to use the application. Here you see a progress bar, so when you're adding bindings, there is a blue progress graph which goes from left to right. So when it's all blue, you're done. And here you see the email address of the current user. If this is not your email address, then you should check to see if it's the right link. Okay, so let's get started. First, you select a case like this. The case here consists of a description. This is the Somatic Health Net Heart Failure Summary template. And this description should provide some context to the binding. Here you see two sets of elements. First, you see the information model attribute, and that corresponds to the attribute in the information model. Here it's smoking status. So this is the left-hand side of the attribute or the question from the information model. And then you have, since this attribute has coded values, you see the value set here. So you have here 4 elements: current smoker, quitting, ex-smoker, never smoked, that you see down here, and each of them should be bound to some code from a terminology. There is one additional row here for providing a code which is a subsumer of all elements in this value set. So something which covers everything in this value set. And it's assumed that this could perhaps be used to query for existing codes like this. So let's take this example and start with SNOMED CT. So we open the SNOMED CT browser, and then we use this link here. This takes us to the ISTSDO browser, and we use the International Edition. And I'll move the browser over here. So let's start with the first row. First, we could select whether it's a pre-coordinated or a group of SNOMED codes. If a pre-coordinated concept is not it's not possible to use that to express the meaning. And then we have an assessment of the binding. But let's take just an example. I'll take a random concept from SNOMED, and you could either copy this into the field here, or you could drag and drop like that. That works at least for the Snowmet CT tool. And then you could select whether it's the full coverage or partial coverage or inferred coverage and so on, or if there is no coverage. So let's just fill this with some random data. It's also possible to add a comment, and if you provide anything but a full coverage, it could be good to write why this code is not the perfect match. So concept is too generic, for example. And as you can see, this symbol here shows that there is a comment, and you could click that in order to open or hide or show the current comments. It's also possible to add case-wide comments like this. You have to remember to click add, or otherwise the code will the comment will not be saved. So by clicking the save button, the case is saved, and as you can see, there are a tiny blue bar here now, indicating that we've made some progress. So there are different kinds of cases. Here you have an attribute and a value set. There are also those cases where there are only attributes, so like the emergency room protocol. There are also cases where there are only value sets. So, for example, the medications here from the heart failure registry, it's just a value set of different medications. So, let's go back to this one, and by clicking this button to switch the terminology set, we get into the alternative binding mode. So here, for example, we could, for the attribute, we could perhaps look in the LOINC terminology to find something related to smoking, and I'll just pick the random number here. And then I say that this is LOINC, and I'll assume it's a perfect match there. And so on. Let's say that there is something in ICD or for this, which there probably isn't, but just for showing the how this looks like in the interface. And then you click save when you're done. If you click cancel, every changes made since last time are discarded. So, and when you're done, this whole thing is blue, and we could start analyzing the results. Again, if you have any problems, you could read the help page, and if there's still problems, please send me an email. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and happy terminology binding. Bye.